It was really nice. I spent a lot of time here at Unity South, and that breath of fresh air was really lovely. I went to the Boundary Waters with my wife and a friend. We spent 4 days up there, completely unplugged from everything. Went to the cabin a couple of times. I spent 4 days in the middle of the woods with a business partner of mine working on some things. So I feel blessed to be back. So thanks for having me, and welcome. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. I've got hugs to give. There are people here who I haven't given a hug yet. You know who you are. Find me out before the end of the day, please. If you're watching online, hey, welcome. Thanks for being at Unity South. Just a friendly reminder, though, nothing is going to help, nothing is going to give you the energetic experience that lives in these walls. So though I am grateful for you to be attending online, I do encourage you to come check us out. If you're traveling, enjoy yourself. A reminder, a couple of quick things. After today, downstairs, we're going to have the service, and we're going to immediately head downstairs, and we have a town hall today. It'll be me and Bob Anderson sharing updates about the board, and just a reminder, these town halls are intended to listen to y'all. We want to hear your perspectives. We want your feedback. We want some community engagement, so enjoy that with us. And we've got a great team. So I'm going to list off all of the wonderful leaders that are helping make today possible. And then when I'm done, we're going to give them so much hoot and holler. Can we do that? You think we can do that? Hoot and holler, hoot and holler. All right. So this morning we had a lovely conversation in Divine Discussions. That conversation was led by the one and only Kelly von Heidekamp. Thank you for leading that, Kelly. The prayer chaplains today, we've got Yvette Trotman and Sharon Rolifson. Prayer is such an important part of what this community does, and our prayer chaplains put so much earnestness into that, and there's so much appreciation. Music today, we've got Tyler Stromquist-LeVoir and Nicole Conoryea from The Most I Am. I'll be playing with them on a couple songs, but they'll be playing from themselves most of the time. We got Patty Tangi on technology, and my name's Adam. I'll be leading. Yeah. A lot of people put these things on, don't they? Let's hear for them. Yeah. We have some wonderful, wonderful leaders in this community, and I feel inspired all the time. So let's just take a second and let's arrive fully. So if you wouldn't mind, please close your eyes. Oh, did you need something?
Did you say stand?
Oh, nope. Let's take a moment to arrive. So go ahead and close your eyes. And let's just make an audible, deep breath together. Let's breathe in. And let's let it all go. And in. Ah, what a beautiful day to be at Unity South. Listen to the emptiness. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge all of the creative energy in this room. The creative energy of God in each one of us. And take a second to feel that creative energy inside of you in the way that you breathe, in the way that your heart beats. There are so many seeds of infinite possibility in these walls, and we hold them near and dear. And we embrace that omnipresence of peace. And now let's pull to mind our beloved Reverend Stacy. Man, I'm sure he is on a wonderful journey. And let's send him our love and guidance as he continues his sabbatical. And now let's just hold some silence. We can end this prayer with a very calm and gentle amen together. Let's say it. 1, 2, 3. Amen. We're going to try something new today. So if we could please stand, there's a new affirmation that we're just going to experiment with. Our tagline here at Unity South is embracing, loving, empowering. If you read the newsletter this week, I sort of shared some of the reflections that I have with this tagline, because every time I'm here, I sincerely feel those three things. So we're going to read this out loud together. Here we go. We are embracing, we are loving, we are empowering. Yes, we are. And we're going to introduce a new part of the service. We used to do this, then COVID happened and things changed. But let's just take some time to greet our friends. Say hello, give people hugs, shake some hands if you'd like. Let's welcome one another. Once I give you the,
All right, we're going to do our opening song. We thought we'd shake... Yeah, there you go. We thought we would shake things up and do a new opening song that I don't think has been done here. And I don't think I even told Nicole or Adam this, but for my wedding, we had our musician for the ceremony do this on the postlude of my wedding. So this is a very special song to me. It's called You Are the Best Thing. The verses, you may or may not have heard it before. You may or may not be familiar. And if the verses feel inaccessible to you this morning, hopefully the choruses feel very accessible to you either way. So here is how the chorus, if you want to do the melody part and my part, you can. Or if you want to do the echoes and Nicole's part, you can. However you want to do it. Here we go. Here's how the chorus goes. Sorry, would you go one slide ahead, Kelly? There you go. And then after this, we'll go back to that. Perfect. Thanks so much. Here's how it goes. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are the best thing.
You're the best thing.
You are the best thing.
You're the best thing, baby.
You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. So when we get there, I hope that we'll hear you sing it out with us. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Receiver. We're experimenting with wireless guitar this morning also, so thanks for being part of the discovery process of that. I think we're on. Okay. 1, 2, from the top. Baby, it's been a long day, baby. Things ain't been going my way, you know I need you here to clear my mind all of the time. Baby, the way you move me, it's crazy. It's like you see right through me, make it easier, and believe me, you don't even have to try. Feel free to snap along too. Oh, oh, because you are the best thing.
You're the best thing.
You are the best thing.
You're the best thing, baby.
You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. Baby, come a long way, baby. You know I hope and I pray that you believe me when I say this love will never fade away. Oh, because you are the best thing.
You're the best thing.
You are the best thing.
You're the best thing, baby.
You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. Both of us have known love before, to come on up promising like the spring, to walk on out the door. Hearts are strong and our hearts are kind. Let me tell you just exactly what is on my mind. You are the best thing. You are the best thing. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. One more time, here we go. You are the best thing.
You're the best thing.
You are the best thing.
You're the best thing, baby.
You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thanks, everybody. That was lovely. Lovely. Thank you.
And now I'd love to welcome up a prayer chaplain to go ahead and lead us in the daily word and community prayer, Yvette. Welcome, Yvette.
You are the best thing that ever happened to me, Unity South. Good morning, everyone. Today's daily word is blessed, or blessed, depending on how you want to pronounce it. All things work together for good in my life. I am blessed. If someone asks me how I'm feeling, I may smile and respond, I am blessed. I may have bills to pay, maybe a few aches and pains, but I remain aware I am an expression of God. I know wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, God can never be further away than my next thought. While I may not believe challenging events are blessings, I will likely feel blessed when I respond from an awareness of God's guiding, loving presence within me. Rather than reacting anxiously, I proceed calmly and with confidence, trusting divine order, knowing I am blessed. I radiate faith that I pray. As I pray, I help others recognize the blessings in their own lives. Numbers 6:24-26 brings us this beautiful message. The Lord bless and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Let's just take that in for a little. Now, as I read the Daily Word today, I thought of a friend of mine, my friend Donna. And whenever I would say to her, "How are you?" her response was always, "I am blessed and highly favored." We are all blessed and highly favored. And that's how I begin my community prayer today. As we gently close or soften our gaze and focus on those words about being blessed and highly favored, we continue at our own pace, centered in your heart and your breathing center. Continue that breath, whether it's with a pursed lip or a deep breathing from your diaphragm. Use that breath to still yourself, to be still and know who you are as you quiet your thoughts and enter this space God's prepared for you this morning. In gratitude, see the abundant blessings and possibilities in your life. See the possibility within each circumstance. See the blessings within each possibility. In every moment of need, I gratefully receive abundant divine ideas with which to prosper. Keep your thoughts. Direct those thoughts to bless not only yourself, but the human family. Bless us all with peaceful hearts that behold the divine order within each and every one of us. This past week was World Day of Prayer. Let us keep that prayer shining. Let that light continue to shine. And let peace prevail within and all around us. Know that awakened in divine love, I am a blessing. Know that I am the harmonious action of divine love. Know that God is your strength, God is my strength, and you're steadfast and courageous. Help us see the good, the God in our blessings. We know that this is to be true. We know this to be true as we thank God for the glory of this abundant universe and the myriad of ways it supports our desires, and so it is. We end our prayer as we bless those messages that we've received in our prayer box and others. And so it is. Our divinity, the Lord's Prayer. You let Tyler take it.
Sing with me. Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and leave us not in temptation, for deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever and ever. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Feels weird to welcome myself on stage, but I guess
I'll welcome you.
Here's Adam Schneider.
And today we're going to be discussing a lot about what music has meant to me throughout my life, and how we arrive at the conclusion of what that name means in the spiritual context. And it's really fascinating because all this stuff happened in my life, and I came to these realizations, and then I found unity, and it was like, whoa, you guys are talking my language. And I learned so much here, of course, but I think we're really going to relate to this message. And for our special music on the front side and the back side, is some of our original music, and we'll weave it all in. But this first one is called The Seed of Everything, and it's about the potential that lives in each of us. So we're going to have the words on the screen if you'd like to. I was muted. If you'd like to follow along, but here we go. Cause this is the start of something new, of a thing I really believe our hearts always knew was true. And I'm so sorry, even though it's nobody's fault. But I'm grateful for the strength to reach and press restart. 2, 3, 4. Please grab our hands and come with me. It'll get a little greener. We'll open our eyes to tranquility. There's beauty in a sip of tea. You see, we've been waiting here so long. So we plant the seed of everything. And oh, it's been so long since we felt the light of day. So we sing this song to love all the pain away. Listen very closely. We do it for each other. 'Cause we're the seeds of everything. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, everything. I feel the pain in front of me. And breathe a little deeper. I I let out a sigh and feel relief and free myself from disbelief. You see, we've been waiting here so long. So we plant the seed of everything, and oh, it's been so long since we felt the light of day. So oh, we sing this song to love all the pain away. Listen very closely. We do it for each other, 'cause we're the seeds of everything. Ba-da-ba-ba, yeah, everything. Mm-hmm. 'Cause this is the start of something new, of a thing I really believe my heart's always knew was true. And I'm so sorry, even though it's nobody's fault. But I'm grateful for the strength to reach and press restart. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I wear a lot of hats at Unity South. Like a lot of hats. And I'm just gonna need a 30-second transition here so we can switch over the slideshow. I can get the pitch thingy and just talk amongst yourself for just a moment, if you wouldn't mind.
Can we give it up for the most I am?
Listen very closely. We do it for each other, because we're the seeds of everything, of infinite potential. Each one of us is full of that potential in which I am speaking. Today we're going to talk about the most I am. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adam. I'm blessed to be here today. Blessed was the word of the day even. That's how blessed I am. This is a band that I have been a part of for 7, 8 years. It's gone in so many different directions. And the intention for today's conversation is to just share with you my journey with that group. Because music is very important to me. And I have a feeling I'm not the only person in the room with that perspective. In fact, Rudolf Steiner said something very interesting about music. He said, "In the presence of music, all divisions vanish, and we are united in a transcendent experience of oneness." Could you imagine a Unity South Sunday service without music? No, you can't. Could you imagine what Unity South would be had it not been for this beautiful woman who showed up every Sunday with a gesture of goodness through the ways she gracefully moves up and down these ivory keys. In fact, I would like to take a moment to invite you to something very special. Judy Moen is such a special human. And on Sunday, October 13th, we will be delighted to be celebrating her, to be celebrating everything that she has accomplished with Unity South, all of the seeds of potential she has reaped and sowed. So please just take one of these, pass it along, save the date, so we can celebrate all the good that has yet to come even from her gestures here at Unity South. I hope you'll join us. Kelly will be leading the service. She'll be the featured musician. We'll have music after the service as well downstairs in a reception. And the reason I bring her up is because Well, music is so sacred to me, and it has been, and I'm so blessed to have found a community that shares that sacredness. And I've played with Judy a lot. We recorded a record together. It was really special. There's more here if anybody needs it. Cool. And so I just, before we even dive into the story, I just wanted to set the context of music itself as a tool of spiritual evolution, as a tool of oneness and connection. Because I couldn't even talk about the journey or what the Most I Am means without that foundation. And so today I'm going to share our story a little bit. And specifically, I'm going to share my inner realizations on the journey that got me here. And invite you to think these thoughts with me. Not to take them on as your own, but to just see how they feel. I think you'll relate to them. So where do we start? Well, we always start from the beginning. And music has always been in my bones, I swear. I came out singing. And it's still to this day, I get made fun of by my family all the time because I used to, when I was a kid, I'm very passionate, I'm very expressive. If you know me, you've seen that. But as a kid, I was like on steroids. Like it was not tamed, it was really big. And so whenever I wanted to, I would just be walking down the hall and I would go, I believe I can fly. I believe I could touch the sky. And I would just sing it like I thought I was the biggest rock star in the world. Probably not the most accurate, but boy, it meant something to me. And I would use music as humor too, all the time. This probably happened until I was 16 or 17. My mom would look at me and she'd go, oh, Adam, I love you. I miss you. It's so good to see you. And I would look right back at her, just as kind of like a little prod, because I like to pick on my mom, and I would go, looking for love in all the wrong places. It was funny. I thought it was funny. Looking back, not so funny. You got to love your mama. But it's true. And then here's another thing that Rudolf Schneider says about music that I find so important, because it is the apex of all of what we're doing with the Most I Am. Music has the power to heal wounds that cannot be reached by the surgeon's knife or the physician's drugs. Isn't that something to think about? I could just bask in that all day. That's the talk. Have a good Sunday. So it's really my sacred place, and it has been all of my life. I started singing, before as long as I can remember. And when I was in 6th grade, I picked up that saxophone. Some of you have heard me play it here, and I really enjoy that instrument. And literally, can you imagine this? As an 11-year-old, I would play that instrument 4 to 5 hours a day, not exaggerating. I would go, I would find a corner, I would hang out there, and I would just let the vibrations of that instrument run through me. My family didn't love it necessarily. Have you ever heard a beginning saxophone player? Honk, 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 Mary had a little lamb. It's good, but I had a lot of fun. It provided me with a profound sense of safety. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty and the details, but I had a confusing childhood. I did. I found myself in environments that were strange and peculiar and probably not a place a child should be, but, that's where I found myself. And I'm blessed because it provided me with this wonderful, rich, beautiful experience, but it was also really challenging. And in 2007, yes, that's a photo of me from 2007, I had a bit of a crossing point, a bit of a tipping point, a bit of a breaking point. Questions were being asked, like, why am I here? Do I want to be here? These are hard questions to ask. And I don't know how to even explain it. I just got smacked in the face with this realization that despite all of the things I found myself in, despite all of the challenges, and I'm like 12, right? I'm just a young kid. I don't know what's from what, right? But despite all of it, I just had these words come to me, and they've guided me ever since. And these words were, there just has to be more out there for me. There has to be. I can't just settle for this. And then in 2016, fast forward, look how young we look, y'all. Woo! I was talking to my now wife, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Everybody say hi, Nicole. Oh, yeah, she's delightful. She deserves a round of applause. Yeah, thank you, Mark. And I was like, I've always wanted to start a band. And she was like, well, then, dude, start one. Like, don't just talk about it, do it. And so I did. We did. She ended up being a part of it. And those were the founding four. We got me in the top left. We got the beloved Tyler on the top right. Jermaine on the bottom left. He is no longer a part of the band, but still a beloved human. And then the lovely Nicole there as well. And originally, we were called I Am. I am. Now, you got to remember, at this point in my life, I was not a very religious man. In fact, I would call myself religiously ignorant. And I think this will demonstrate here in a second. I am. That's what we looked like. And this was 2016 or so, and this is a photo of me in my career. I know, very serious. I was a teacher. Oh, what kind of, a math teacher of all things, and that was my math teacher photo. I look so serious. I was overworked. Holy cow, was I overworked. I was working probably 90 hours a week. I was doing all sorts of things. I started a theater club department where we wrote full-length original musicals with the kids, and I started the student council, and I was on the board of directors, and I was writing all my own curriculum, and I was doing a lot. And I was confused because I had wanted to be a teacher since I was in the 6th grade. That has been what I wanted to do for all of my life. But I arrived here, and I was like, this is not what I thought it would be. I know there's some teachers in the room here, so I'm sure some of you can relate to this. I can't be everything. I had this realization. I wanted to be everything. I wanted to force it all. I wanted to check all the boxes. But I had this realization that, man, I cannot be everything. And yet, I was seeking. I was finding clarity. And I'm only sharing all of this to come to the tipping point, or that moment of realization of, why did I name that group I Am? How did that happen? And the reason it happened is because I was in a place of learning to accept what I couldn't change and letting go. And so here's what that looked like. There was the I Am, which is other than the judgments that I had, or the labels that I put upon me, or that other people put upon me, or my life situations, my experiences. The I Am, I felt to be my own inner experience beyond the limitations of these ideas. That was my own real awareness. Wasn't some idea I read in a newspaper or read in some magazine, although Unity would have really helped me back then. And so people would often ask us, well, are you a Christian band? And that confused me because I had no idea why they were asking me that, sincerely. And so if we tie this back into the Unity movement, Charles Fillmore has a wonderful book called The Revealing Word, which is defining the metaphysical meanings behind the language of the Bible. And he has a really rich, also very long, definition of I am. And so I've paraphrased a little bit. It's his words, but I just took a small chunk of it. And he says, the I am is the metaphysical name of the spiritual self, as distinguished from the human self. Does that make sense? It's that part of you that is divine. And of course, that spiritual self can't live in the future, right? Can't live in the past. Here we are. Here I am, right now. In fact, it's the only thing that's ever possible. And so I found myself most of my life being told this narrative that, okay, so if I'm caught in the past, if I'm feeling cognitively disconnected from my now and projecting myself into the time behind me, I'm experiencing regret, or I'm experiencing guilt, or I'm experiencing unresolved trauma. And then the same sort of idea, if I project my consciousness into the future, I'm no longer here in the present. I'm experiencing fear, or I'm experiencing worry, or I'm experiencing anxiousness. And so I found myself sort of villainizing all of these feelings because I wanted to be here right now. I wanted to affirm and grab a hold of my divine nature and to be that creator. And so whenever I felt these things, I would feel a sense of shame. I would feel a sense of something is wrong with me. I'm broken. And we're reading a book, The Spiritual Economics, by Eric Butterworth right now. Phenomenal book. If you haven't read it, I would encourage you to. And he says something pretty profound that flips this narrative completely around. Does anybody else relate to that idea of when you feel these feelings? It's like, oh, I'm no longer divine. I'm only divine when I feel the right things and think the right thoughts. Anybody else? Just me? Okay, cool. Just making sure I'm talking to the right people here. So Eric Butterworth, he said this: you are already created in the image likeness of God. Not can be, if you speak a lot of positive affirmations. Your true image is not something to get. It is a reality to discover. There is that of you that is the likeness of God. It is your I image. This is what you really are, what you have always been, and you can never be less. Say that with me. You can never be less. You can never be less. You cannot ever be less than your divine image of God. Despite all of those crazy feelings that happen in the hurricane of life, yet here I am, already all-powerful, in all of the confusing twists and turns and unexpectedness of the nature of life. What a relief. I have everything I need right now. And that's really what I am meant to me. And so, of course, people were asking me if I was a Christian band, because that's the Christian great I am, right? Like textbook, but I didn't even know that was a thing. I was ignorant. But the reality was, well, no, we weren't a Christian band. And so we had to change our name. So we did. And I tell you what, it took me probably 6-7 months of contemplating and thinking, because I've already shared with you how rich music means to me, and I wanted the name to really reflect that meaning. So we changed it to The Most I Am. And we've already understood the idea behind the I am. Think we get it? We understand it? Rock on. So let's take a look at what this most means. The most I am. Well, you can be, give, and have all you've ever wanted. The most is the divine promise, the universal law of abundant good, of growth that is naturally occurring. And so on one hand, I can accept and revere and allow and trust all that I find myself in. And then on the other hand, I can trust that there is more out there for me, ready to find me, ready for me to find it. And what a thrill that is, to have those two ideas present. And that really takes me back to that 2007 realization, although when I was there, I had no idea that that's the trajectory that it would give me. None. But that moment, and it was just a moment, completely changed my life. And so, the most I am really is summed up by George Bernard here in a really beautiful way. Now, his language is a little colorful, and my last talk was a talk called Beyond Language, which is all about an invitation to look beneath the words to the ideas under them. And so I'm going to ask you not to trip up on some of the words. But what he said was, this is the true joy in life. The being used for a purpose, recognized by yourself as a mighty one. The being a force of nature, instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community. And as long as I live, it is my privilege to do whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die. For the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle for me. It is a sort of splendid torch which I have got a hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. So that's what the most I am means to me. The dynamic idea of I have everything I need right now, yet there is a divine promise. So there is that I am, that divine nature, that inherited good just because you exist. You don't need to earn it. You already are. And then there's the most, which is the other side of that divine promise for more. And so we're going to get a little interactive. I don't know if you can recall, but week 1 of the sabbatical, Kelly invited us to be bold. Do you remember that? Anybody remember when she invited us to be bold? So I'm going to ask you to be bold. So we're going to stand up, please, and you're going to find somebody, if you'd like to, right next to you. I'm not going to force you to do anything, but find somebody for a little bit of an interactive component of this service. It'll be very short, but go ahead, go find somebody. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, grab your partner's hand, raise them in the air. Make sure everybody's got somebody. If we need to have a group of 3, that's fine. Wonderful. Sue, you would love for you to join us. Sue, there's a group of 3 over there, or you can join them. Okay, cool. So I have 2 really simple questions for you that I'd like for you to dive in here as a group. We'll do one question at a time. Question number 1, each of you share, is, what are you working to accept, or what are you letting go of? Go ahead. What are you working to accept? What are you letting go of? What are you working to accept, Patty?
That I'm really awesome at technology.
Yes, you are. Oh, good, thanks. Now not. Oh. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds for this question. Fifteen seconds. I can't after. All right, we're looking back up here in 3. We're looking back up here in 2. We're looking back up here in 1. Can you tell that I used to be a middle school teacher? Yeah. But here's the thing, it still works. We're all just a bunch of kids. Okay, hold on, stay in your groups. We got one more question. Stay in your groups. Next question. What are you welcoming more of into your life? What are you welcoming more of? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. And we're back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we are. Popcorn style, what are we welcoming more of in our life? Joy. Say again. Peace. Love. Space, interconnectedness, grace. What was that? Ooh, authenticity. You know what I think is really brave? Looking at what you want in life. Let's take a seat. And let's just take a moment to go within. Father, Mother God, we bless these beautiful people who are here with us today, and we reach beyond them into the hearts of all they love. We embrace that goodness. We welcome that joy. We welcome that peace. We welcome that love. And we hold our hearts in harmony as we stand tall and face our world. And just remember here, the whole point of today's conversation is to remind us that music has the power to heal wounds. And I would invite you to open yourself to that idea while we play a song for you. The song is called Empowering Me. And here are some of the lyrics of this song. It's not all or nothing. It's believing I'm something. I'm starting to write a different story. That's empowering me. I hope you enjoy. It's on the other slide. It's okay. It's time to rest all your waking eyes and change your focus from goodbye to the colors of thy inner will. Our thoughts are floating in the sky, becoming one with our visions. Why do we settle by standing still? We're told we write a different song, but perhaps you'll sing along. 'Cause we're just ordinary people who choose to stand together through the change in the weather. What else am I to do but set my intentions and sing? It's not all or nothing. It's believing I'm something. I'm starting to write a different story that's empowering me. That's empowering me. We use our words to motivate, encourage love and demonstrate all the fortunes of living in a dream.
In a dream.
Ink is tried to solidify a search for courage and wisdom. I mustn't comply. Tonight we're told we write a different song, but perhaps you'll sing along. 'Cause we're just ordinary people who choose to stand together through the change in the weather. What else am I to do but set my intentions and sing? It's not all or nothing. It's believing I'm something. I'm starting to write a different story. It's never done. Are you watching that? And where I'm from, I won't forget. I choose to focus on the path that opens right here next to me. We choose to stand together, stand up through the change in the weather. What else am I to do but set my intentions and sing? It's not all or nothing. It's believing I'm something. I'm starting to write a different story. And let's all write a different story. I'll invite you to write a different story where you're empowered and free. Thank you, thank you. Wonderful. I would love to get you over there to change the slides really quickly. And the ushers, please come up. Empowered and free, abundant and good. Divine love, we hold this goodness in the highest. We feel the ripple effects that this financial goodness has on our organization, on our community, and beyond. And we know that when we give, we receive. And I invite you to please join me in our offertory statement. God gives abundantly, I receive thankfully, and give again generously. This is the bounty of God, and we send it forth with wisdom and joy. Beautiful, thank you. And lastly, we're going to close with a unity familiar. May we grab hands, may we sing loud as we enjoy the peace song.
Intro and then top, yeah?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
is here. Let's stay right where we're at if you're interested, and we'll close with our prayer for protection. Remember, we're going to the town hall downstairs. It'll be real short. We're talking less than 15 minutes. And together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Thank you, Unity South. Y'all are beautiful. See you downstairs.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.